Hello, everyone. We'd like to warmly welcome Teodora Nikolovska to our virtual studios today. Teodora is the founder and CEO of Rutuk, owner and certified DMI trainer of Galeksia, and has many years of digital marketing consulting experience. Galeksia became a partner with us in 2019 and has since experienced many notable achievements. Galeksia successfully onboarded with us in just 2 weeks, and has since then they've become very committed to the DMI project. Teodora, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kaylee, for your warm welcome, and I'm looking forward to discussing with you today.
Great. We have a few questions here for you, so I'd love to just kick things off and ask you our first question.
Sure.
Great. So you have a strong background in digital marketing industry, and besides leading Galeksia, you are also the founder and CEO of Rutuk, a digital marketing agency working with global clients. Can you share a little bit about how you got the idea to start Galeksia and why you chose the DMI as a partner?
Sure. Well, basically, the idea for Galeksia came very natural to us because, as you mentioned, we've been operating in the digital marketing world for a few years now. Me personally, I have a very big background into the digital marketing world. And last year, my team and I were discussing how we can contribute even more to our community and share the knowledge that we get with working with all of these global clients, and maybe transfer them to business owners, to students, and to people that just want to learn about digital marketing in general. At first, we were thinking of creating our own certification, our own program, our own academy in some way. But then I found out about DMI. I got in touch with John at that time, and when I found out the curriculum that is behind DMI and all of the team that is working, as well as of course the team that is approving, including all of these big brand names like Coca-Cola and Microsoft and Facebook, I just said, okay, this is what we want to do. We have to bring this to our country, because what we need is to kind of step ahead and bring a new standard into the education of digital marketing in our country.
Brilliant, fantastic. So I suppose, having in mind that the team behind Galeksia has such a vast experience, do you think the most important part of every digital marketing growth for individuals and professionals is training and upskilling?
So yeah, I think that training and continuous learning and growing has a very huge impact into the way that individuals, but also companies develop, because as you're already familiar, the digital marketing world is very, very fast into developing and growing. So we need to make sure that we are always up to date with everything that is going on in this world. So I do believe that for every young or adult professional that wants to grow in their career, there should be at least a portion of their time which will be spent to additional advancement, additional learning, and growing into the field.
Fantastic, really good. And as I mentioned before, Teodora, you had a really successful launch of the DMI programs in Macedonia. Only after a month from the launch, you started teaching your first group of students. Yeah, and they decided to learn, execute, and grow with Galeksia, which is kind of a bit of your mantra, isn't it?
Yes.
Could you tell us your secrets behind the company's successful and speedy growth?
I would say it's two things. It's passion and dedication. When we started our onboarding process with DMI, we had to make sure that we're professional, the same way that we work with our clients and with other vendors. And we wanted to make sure that we will bring this new standard, as I said. And the best way to do it is if you do it on your own and show and lead by example, of course. And we had it as our goal to just make sure to launch as soon as possible, because we have been, as I mentioned, in the digital marketing world for a long time now, and we just wanted to make sure we will start this as soon as possible and bring all this knowledge to the audience that we have in our country. So for us, it was very passionate, very fast-moving pace when we first onboarded Galeksia together with you for DMI. And honestly, all I can say is that I'm very thankful for my team at Galeksia, because I couldn't have done it without them. And of course, I'm very thankful to you, because you were a big support during this process.
Good, I'm glad. That's great. So the main goal of Galeksia, what is your main goal of Galeksia, and what are you hoping to achieve by teaching digital marketing programs from the DMI?
So basically, as you mentioned, our mantra is learn, execute, grow. So basically what we are trying to achieve right now with Galeksia in the locations that we're operating is to kind of bring a new standard into the education for digital marketing. Because as you're already familiar, there are a lot of free programs, there are a lot of other paid programs, but none of them is similar to the programs that are taught by the DMI and with that, with Galeksia. So we wanted to bring the DMI programs into our country because we know the huge value and the huge impact that they have, not only because of the globally recognized certification, which is one of the biggest value of the programs themselves, but also the education and the knowledge that the people will get and that will be able to then execute into their companies or into their personal career, and of course grow into the process.
Really good, fantastic. It sounds like from the day one, it was a really good fit between Galeksia and DMI. Yes. Based on your goals and everything. Yes. So I talked a little bit about that you have a team that has a lot of vast knowledge in the digital marketing space already. Could you share a little bit about the team that is behind Galeksia, who's responsible for the quality and success of the students, who are the mentors, and what makes them so special?
Certainly, yes. Well, currently we have a team of dedicated ladies. All of them are ladies, unfortunately. I mean, we have to keep the balance, but we will try to get more guys as time goes by. So we currently have, so our program manager, her name is Simona. She is responsible to make sure that the programs are delivered perfectly and to make sure that the students are addressed as they should be. We also have a client success manager. Her name is Irina. She recently joined our team with the main goal to make sure that all of the needs of our students are met, and also to make sure, of course, that we help them if they need some help in any point of the material, etc. We also have Ivana, which is the main responsible for our social media and digital marketing efforts, together with one of our colleagues, which is Elena. And when it comes to the mentors, myself, Simona, and Ivana are part of the mentors that are teaching at Galeksia with the DMI programs. And we also have two guys, which are highly experienced in what they do. One of them is Teodor. He's teaching the Google ads, the search engine optimization, and Google Analytics modules. And we also have another team member, Mikhail, who is responsible for teaching the strategy module of the DMI Pro.
Fantastic. And so I imagine
a little bit promotion.
Yeah, sure, has to be done. So maybe a little bit more about how you and the gentlemen on your team, how do you teach the programs at the moment? Is it face-to-face? Maybe you can share a bit about the curriculum and the customer experience for the students at Galeksia.
Of course, yes. So basically, due to the COVID-19 situation, we decided to move all of our classes online. We are teaching every single class live via a Zoom meeting call, and we also make sure to record every class in case some student misses it or has any trouble or wants to remind themselves of the material later. Additionally, we give them homeworks every class. We are a bit strict on that end. And we also give them pop quizzes every class to make sure that they can get reminded of the class that was taught previously, and to be able to ask some questions if needed. What is also an additional value that we consider is that we take care of each of our students like they're the most important one. And we often organize one-to-one mentoring sessions, or sometimes in a group. So whenever a student has any issue with understanding a part of the curriculum, we make sure that we are here for them, that our mentors are most importantly here for them. And also with all these activities and homeworks that we give them, we want to be also there for them to learn, but make sure that they will pass the certification, because that is the biggest proof that they can get for their knowledge.
Brilliant. So I suppose around that, getting the certification, why do you think it is so important that professionals should always invest in their informal knowledge, or more importantly, one with a credible certification?
Well, I think that all of us which are working in this global industry, not only in digital marketing, but also in IT in general, or any industry which is developing very fast, we know how to have a certification which is credible. Of course, education is #1 priority. The certification shouldn't be the main goal of these students, but it should be one of the goals because it's a proof of their extensive knowledge and experience. I think that no matter if it's a student, if it's a person employed in a company, and even if it's a business owner, everyone should be investing continuously, especially because I'm mentioning too often that it's a very, very fast paced industry. And if you miss one thing, your business can literally crash in a month or so. And one of the proofs about that is the COVID-19 situation at the moment, where we see a lot of the businesses crashing because they didn't have enough digital marketing activities, or they didn't do their digital transformation in time, and now they're struggling to cover their costs or to increase their sales. And therefore, I believe that if we are informed and up to date and we're constantly learning, we can of course grow. And the certification is just the cherry on top, which is a proof that no matter where you will go, no matter where you seek for a job, you have a proof about your knowledge. And that's something that nobody can take away from you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Probably a bit more on the digital transformation as well, around business owners and businesses in Macedonia. How can the programs help businesses and those business owners with their digital transformations and growth moving forward?
I think that it has a very, very strong impact on the business owners. What is interesting is that we already have some business owners in some of our groups, which makes me really happy. And we've noticed some of the feedback that we get from them is that it kind of is an eye opener at a certain point, because they see how much more they can do for their business with the digital marketing activities. But on the other hand, it helps them to help their employees. So once they get familiar with the program and everything we teach, not only do they see the opportunities for marketing and advertising their company, but they also see where the gaps in their work and their teams, and they have, how to say, like, it's easier for them to fill in the gaps. And sometimes we even have, like, among the current students, we have business owners that now want to include their employees as well, because they see the big value that we provide with the programs.
Absolutely fantastic. It's really good. I suppose, what professional occupations do the students that study with Galeksia have? So you have the business owners that are coming to you now in after the forced digital transformation, potentially with COVID-19. What do your students do, and why do they invest in developing digital marketing knowledge for themselves?
So basically, we have a mixed array of students. I would say that 60% of our portion is business owners or people who are working on management positions. So I would say the top level management. We also have people that are career changers. So they have seen the potential of digital marketing and they want to switch their career into this direction. And we also have students which are in college but want to spend their free time productively. So I must say that in the first group that we launched, we had more business owners and less students and career changers. But now with the second group that we just launched last month, it's vice versa. So we have some business owners, but we also do have more people that want to switch their career, which makes me really happy because more and more people see the potential of the programs that we teach at Galeksia with the DMI, and also they see the potential for their personal development within the digital marketing industry.
Great. Thanks so much, Teodora. Like, that gives us a great, I suppose, overview about Galeksia and where you guys have come from and where you guys are going towards. But maybe you could provide us or the listeners today some advice about maybe any advice you would give to potential students of Galeksia that are considering taking a DMI course.
Yes. Well, from my experience working with you girls and guys so far, I'm really happy that the program is what we thought we would be. So the program is high-end. It's very well structured. The material is great. Of course, it's supported and approved by all of these big names like Facebook, Google, IBM, Coca-Cola, and other big companies. So to anybody that is considering if they should invest in their knowledge during COVID-19 or during the situation they're facing with maybe their business getting stuck a little bit, I would say that now is the time to invest in your knowledge. So if you're a student or if you want to do a career change, this is the best moment for you. For one, because in most of the countries, everything is locked down. So you just have to stay at home and do something. But for two is because if you invest in your knowledge, it will pay back very soon, especially in the digital marketing world, where you can find job much easier once you prove your skills and once you get this globally recognized certification.
Fantastic. And then I suppose for listeners that might not be in Macedonia, they might be looking for their own partnership with the DMI. What advice would you give to businesses and educational institutions that are considering a partnership with the DMI?
Oh, that's a no-brainer. I mean, they should do it immediately. The sooner they do it, the better, you know. I'm really, really happy that I would say I didn't run into DMI, but I kind of discovered it. Because for me, it was a great experience to be on the onboarding process and to be collaborating with you. I'm really happy how the DMI team is supportive and how you're here to respond to everything. And honestly, to anybody that is considering if they should become your partner or not, I would just say go for it, because the value that they will get is huge. And the other more important thing for me personally is that if they become your partner, they will make a huge positive impact in their society. And that's the end goal that all of us have, right? To make a positive impact, to make sure that we bring the education, the non-formal education to more people, to help more people get better jobs, get new jobs, maybe some of those that want to change their careers, and to just make sure that we're having an impact on the globe, I would say.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah. Definitely, our goal is to upskill and help close that digital skills gap and get students and professionals in the game. So the digital marketing game, that is. So thanks so much, Teodora. It was an absolute pleasure to speak to you and learn more about Galeksia and how you guys have been so successful. And hopefully today's chat will help other partners that are with us listen and grow and take a few pointers from yourself, as well as maybe inspire potential partners to join our team and our network.
To anybody that will listen to this call, I would just say feel free to reach out to me if you want to learn more about our experience with the DMI. It has been flawless so far. I mean, I'm just, you keep surprising me in a good way, you know? And that's just lovely, because I think that the Digital Marketing Institute is the leading institute about digital marketing in the world, and that you girls and guys are definitely setting up a new standard.
Well, thanks so much, Teodora. It's been an absolute pleasure. So I think we'll let you go, and I look forward to chatting to you again maybe next year and see all the growth that you've done in the next 12 months.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me, Kylie, and we will be in touch soon.
Great. Thank you.
Bye-bye.